Beer Fridge Podcast, episode 37. Good evening, everyone. Gavin Baxter. Happy New Year to everyone. Mark Dixon is with me. Good evening. Happy New Year, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Happy New Year to you.
Kick the table if you're watching on YouTube. You've got me. Boom.
Happy New Year. Live first, third episode on the Beer Fridge Network, which we're live now. Woo!
Beer Fridge Network. Booyakasha. As always, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Untapped, Patreon, YouTube. Like, follow, share if you're on the U of the tube. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bing bong. Here's your mom. And get notified when a new episode. I don't know. I'm starting off the new year with a bish bash bosh. Show your dosh.
Bish bash bosh. It's like Joey Esero. That's like your Joey Diaz googly moogly, isn't it? Like bish bash bosh.
Who's Joey Diaz?
Ah, man, he's like one of the funniest comedians going.
Oh no, I didn't know who he is. Sorry.
Joey Diaz, like the one that does Joe Rogan all the time.
Yes. I do know who you're talking about. That was my brain fart there for this evening. It is. The date is Tuesday the 15th of January. It is our first episode of the new year. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. I'm thoroughly looking forward to get back in the swing of things. I want to start off by obviously saying thank you to everyone who listened to the first 3 or 4 months we have been on the airways and in your eye line on the YouTube. I want to thank all the Twitter followers we got. Over 100 on Twitter. We're over 400 on the gram of Insta. And we've only, this is episode 37 as I said, and we've already had over 1,800 listeners, which is amazing. Thank you very much. Fully appreciate that. And also, if you've started looking and watching on YouTube, we have got subscribers. And they're actually not me. I'm not asked them to subscribe. Well, one's me. Okay, fair enough.
And one's me, so we've got 2.
3. Thanks, guys. And we're over 100 views on the videos we have got on the tube of EU. So again, appreciate that. It's absolutely awesome. But as I said, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, share, and follow everything we've got in there. Untap that. Join us on that Beer Fridge Podcast, and follow us on that with all our reviews of the beers that we're having during the week or when we're abroad. Like the guys are on Vegas, we'll hit that in a second. And the Patreon page as well. You can head over to patreon.com/Beer Fridge Podcast. There's ways you can support the podcast on there also. Right then. Don't know that.
That was pretty good doing, to be honest.
Got all the advice. No, what? It really helps when I write it down. I don't fuck it up when I write it down.
You know what the funny thing is, though? You missed the website.
Oh, yeah.
The Beer Fridge Network.
I always fuck up. I was getting there. I wasn't actually. I completely forgot. Yes, Beer Fridge Network. Go for it, mate. You're fucking top dog on that.
Beerfridgenetwork.com. Really simple, straightforward. It's pretty basic so far, but it's growing every week. Homepage.
What are we looking for from Beer Fridge Network?
Well, we want people to get engaged. We want people to send us pictures of their beer. I've got a slideshow on our homepage with anything you guys send. I'll be uploading onto the website every week. So if it's just you guys drinking beers with your mates, if it's just a generic beer that you've found and fancy just sharing with us, post it. I'll get it up on the website. We are looking.
You're doing.
What was that? Yeah, keep us up to date. Pretty much. We've got the our partners page as well. So I've been speaking to a couple of different podcast guys from the States who I don't want to jump the gun, but maybe joining the old network over the next couple of weeks. I just need to finalise some things with them. So we're just expanding the beer knowledge, really. And of course, we've got our Beer Fridge Fitness. So we're tying in with a couple of personal trainers within the local area here who are going to be giving us hints, tips to get a little bit better shape. Obviously, start for January and moving into the year, and we'll be looking at sort of low-calorie beers and different snacks that you can have with your beers rather than wiring a kebab that Gav's wiring into right
now. I'm saving it.
You're saving the kebab.
I have 2 tomatoes out of it, so.
All right. gains. But yeah, so there's loads on there. It's going to expand again over the next couple of weeks. So beerfridgenetwork.com, simple.
Yep, it's a one big platform for creators, YouTubers, bloggers, all that shenanigans that Big Marc has mentioned. We want you to join the crew, the Beer Fridge Network crew, and we will grow, you will grow, and just one-stop shop for everything beer, basically.
Beer, sport, fitness, you name it. Anything you want to talk about, I don't really care. If you want to have we spoke about it before, your SoundCloud.
Knitting club. If you've got a knitting club, fire that book, come join the crew.
The Knit Pod. Podnit.
The Knit
Nah.
That's a poor show, that is.
I was pretty bad. I was pretty poor on my part. Apologies. But yeah, there's loads, it's opened up. That's the whole point of it. It's a way of creating Podnit. It's just a way of sharing.
No, this is why you never got to pick the name.
This is exactly why I never got to pick the name.
Pod, Jesus Christ.
Say the first thing that comes to your head. Podnit, not a deal.
Done. Sign it up. But aye, get in touch through the social media websites, like Instagram, Facebook, like I mentioned. Just search Beerfridge Podcast, or feel free to message us directly via email, beerfridgepodcast@gmail.com, and you can get in touch with us. We will get back to you. Talking about Beer Fridge Fitness.
Yeah.
I'm quite ashamed of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I indulged ever so slightly more than I should have over the festive period. I used the "'tis the season" excuse probably far too much. I put on half a stone, mate.
Mate, is that it?
I put on, mate. I'm a steady 12 stone, 12 months of the year.
That's true.
Since I was like 24. 12 stone, bosh. That is it. Doesn't matter what a day. Boom. Turn 30. Go haywire over the festive period. Boff, there's half a stone. Thanks very much. That's all I need. That's all I need this year. Getting married this year. No, I need. No. So now I need you boys, you and Gilroy, get me sorted. Get this half a stone gone.
We'll get it. Easy. Half a stone. You'll be able to shed that.
Make me chiseled like a god.
Oh wow. Wow.
I want a great cheese off this bad boy.
We'll see. We'll see. More like just wire cheese off your belly, just like.
I'll just rest.
Resting. Jeez.
I've got that hole in my chest where you can just rest a wee bit of cheese. Wee pigeon chest thing.
To be honest with you, mate, you've seen some of the stuff we ate and bloody when we were in Vegas, man. Half a stone is nothing. Put it that way.
Let's talk about Vegas. How were the beers over in Vegas?
The beers were pretty good. Me and Miguel both pretty much indulged on everything. I pretty much went IPA the whole way. Every time we went in somewhere, I was trying the home IPA and just kind of got stuck in. But there was a lot of really tasty beers. Did they all have like their own IPAs then? Pretty much like every state had like a set IPA. So when you were looking at a menu, it would basically have a list, and it'd be like, say, like Nevada would have like 4 or 5 IPAs, and you would go down, you would have Arizona, California, etc. And you could just, and it was like everything else. You would look, right, what's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%, like alcohol content, and you would maybe like. I tried to taste the Nevada stuff because obviously we were there, and then anything that had a bit of a funky name, you gave that a bash.
As always.
As always, but it was pretty good. But actually, our Untapped app is up. I've got 99 unique beers now, which is quite an impressive haul for a couple of months' work.
That's your livers took a kick in there.
I'm looking at it just now, and there's this tasty one. It was like a blood orange IPA from it was called Latitude 33 Brewery. We had that when we were doing the old Top Golf thing one day, and it was absolutely like you could have sat and drank it all day. Like delish, and it was like 7.5% too. So it was like 100% not a session beer.
Damn.
That was.
But if you want to see all the other ones, Mr. Hobbs has put up. Go on the Untapped app and search. Is it just Beerfish Podcast for that one?
Beerfish Podcast.
Yep. Search Beerfish Podcast. All those. Did you say 99?
I've got 99 now. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting. I've got my 100th. I'm sitting with it just now, so
we'll get to that. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Don't ruin my flow.
Right, my bad.
If you want to see the 99 or another selection of the 99 that
the bottle of beers on the wall, 99 bottle of beers
that Mark has put up on the Untapped, that go Untapped on your marketplace on your phone and search Beer Fridge Podcast, and you can see the selection and his reviews of the beverages. So what is number 100, Mark?
Ooh. Well, this actually came out my Beer 52 box this month.
So you've got a box this. I did not. So
this is a Harpoon. That's the name of the brand. So this month it's it's Boston, like Boston beers.
Yes, it is. Yes,
and it's a bit different to some of the other boxes because there's 3 or 4 breweries in the box, but you're getting like 2 or 3 from each brewery rather than kind of a wider selection. Beers. So Harpoon, there's 3 different beers in there. There's an IPA, there's a lager, and there is the Wanna Mango. So the tropical refreshing pale ale with mango. So I thought since we had Mango Beergate that took over last year, I thought this would be a decent one to toast the 100 for Untapped and for the New Year.
It feels like a moment. I feel like I should have like a fanfare going on here.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to edit that in. So there we go. So cheers to you, my man.
Cheers.
Happy 100 on Untapped to a couple of hundred more. It was funny in that sense. I'd been speaking to a chap and he had contacted through Instagram and follow him now on Untapped, and he's got something like 8,500 beers on Untapped, and I was like, I'm just about to hit the 100s, kind of. So
just about to hit 100, whereas your liver is fucked.
Nah, liver is shredded. So
Well, I'm trying my best here to get a fanfare as quick as I can, but it's not happening. So I'm getting up on that idea. By the fact I've somehow lost my phone, it's probably under that kebab. Anyway.
Priorities, mate. Priorities.
Okay. How does it taste actually?
That's nice. It's more lagery than it is pale ale, to be honest with you. But you get a wee bit of the mango coming through. So, Wanna Mango.
What's the percentage?
The percentage is 5%.
Oh, it's a wee 5% number. That goes to JB Slippers. There you go.
There we go. I don't have the old the book, the ferment book, to tell me
the required temperature.
But I've had it out of the fridge since we've had this conversation, so it's been out of the fridge for about an hour. So
a good hour and 20 minutes there.
Yeah.
It's going to be lukewarm.
That's all right. It was nice.
Right, okie doke. Sounds good. I will only begin to try because there's no go on, and I probably won't be able to get my hands on it. But anywho, beers you could potentially get your hands on. So this week, I've just had a wee look before we came on to the podcast, and there's 2 fairly big-ish bands this week who have announced their own beer. And that consists of Panic at the Disco, and probably more well-known around the world is Metallica.
Okay.
They have come out this week's and have made their own beer. Panic at the Disco have made this is a very clever name. They have got IPATD, so IP at the Disco. Panic, no get it?
Yeah.
IPA Panic at the Disco. I thought it was quite clever. It's a collaboration with Asbury Park Brewery over in the US of So they've come out with their own little IPA number this week, and Metallica have come out with Enter Night. It's a collaboration with the Bay Area Thrashers and Storm Brewery. They've also, at the same time, released a documentary about how they've come up with this beer.
Alright, cool.
So how the creation of the beer, they're brainstorming to make the beer, which they did in Copenhagen, or Copenhagen. And so it takes you through the whole stage of their brainstorming through to the actual finished product of the tasting of their beer.
Nice.
So which led me to thinking and querying and questioning what other bands, because it can't just be they two that have decided I'll have my own beer. What other bands around the world have decided we're going to have our own beer? So, Google, the great thing that it is,
right? Okay.
And dangerous thing as well.
Bands with beers.
Bands with beers was typed in
to
the old Google search engine. We came up with a few. I'll go through some of them in depth, and some will just fucking fly through. So we have the likes of Queen. They had their own beer for their 40th to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the great hit Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was literally called Queen Bohemian Beer.
And makes sense.
It was a handcrafted pilsner which was brewed, of course, naturally in the Kingdom of Bohemia in the Czech Republic. Interesting to know.
Cool.
Oh, and just going back a wee bit, if you want to see that documentary, you can go to kerrang.com. It's on there. I've watched it. It's quite interesting, actually. So that's the Metallica Enter Night. I'll keep what I say Enter the Night, but it's Enter Night. Just put a fucking then. Makes more sense. But aye, so Queen Bohemian Lager was a 4.7 Pilsner. They had that. I don't know if it's still kicking about. One I do know is definitely kicking about. And my time working in bars, I've seen it, I've sold it, I've drank it, I've tasted it, I hated it. Anyway, was Trooper Ale. And you've probably seen it yourself, you don't even notice it, by Iron Maiden.
I know.
If you see the label or you see it on a pump, it's a very distinguishable emblem. It's just a big skull basically and a big skeleton dude. It's a powerful hoppy beer, which is brewed by Robinson's Brewery and is still available today. Like I said, I've sold it myself, tasted it. I'm not a fan of ale, so I didn't. But a very, 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 very popular beer is that. And tip. And bosh, it's on your screen there, Mr. Hobbs. Trooper Ale by Iron Maiden. Trooper,
there you go. I've just googled it. We Sainsbury's number 180 for a 500ml. That's not bad.
I still see bottles of it. I can't remember what supermarket sells it, but it still kicks about, and it's a very popular beer. I was going to say lager, but it's not a lager. An ale. Daft. The next one I'm just going to kind of fly through really quickly. Other bands. So you've got Elbow, who have got two beers that they've made. Build a Rocket Boy and Charge. Super Furry Animals have got Fuzzy, naturally. Motorheads, I've got a beer called Bastards Lager. Fantastic. Love it.
That's an awesome name.
Kiss, I've got Destroyer. And why did I even pick this? I shouldn't have picked this one. Professor Green. Remedy Pale Ale. Why that? I shouldn't have put that on my fucking list. You go from fucking Motorhead Kiss to Professor Green, Gavin. What the fuck are you playing at?
Big Pro Green.
There's an AC/DC one as well. Australian something, I can't remember. But
Hard Rock. Australian hard rock.
Australian hard rock.
5% number. I'll just
your big fucking mad, I don't want to say heavy metal, but big rock bands anyway.
Yeah.
Have all got their own wee taste of beer, which is pretty cool actually. Yeah, I'd known that Trooper was Iron Maiden, and I didn't even think that anybody else would have their own beer.
Now you think it would be more of I want to say like a kind of recent thing, because beer's become quite popular, and I can understand people making it now. But when you run through that list, it's all the old timers that obviously love to drink beer. So
you probably look at like obviously Iron Maiden's an ale, which is fair enough. Ales and kind of heavier beers were popular then, and then more Panic at the Disco, more a slightly more current band, probably into more of the craft beer, a bit more obviously looking at an IPA instead. So it'll be quite it'll be interesting if there was any other bands, current bands, come out with their own beer. I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head who I would like to see have their own beer. And this is a question that's just literally popped in my head right now. So unfortunately, I have no prep. But I can imagine a band like Coldplay would have something really miserable that tastes of nothing.
Yeah.
Or it would be the complete opposite. Would be really strong. That would only give you'd only have 2 drinks of it, and you'd be absolutely bluttered, and you'd be thinking of you'd be like, I'm so sorry, like, oh, I've done this and I've done that. Forgive me for my sins, kind of thing.
Getting your strong opinions on Coldplay right now.
I like Coldplay. I've seen them live. They're wicked. It's actually probably one of the best concerts I've been to in my buff.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Surprisingly. Who else? Who else would I like to see have their own beer?
You read something that's quite, like, even like quite hoppy. Like, so you have like a band that's
as in a band that's quite has got a hoppy rhythm. What about the Killers?
The Killers. What do you call them? Mumford and Sons.
Oh, aye. Oh no, they'd be more of a they'd be more of a. I reckon they'd be more of an ale. To be honest, they're kind of really country guys, aren't they? Yorkshire.
They're still quite. Fair enough.
They've got banjos and shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's quite hip though, is it not? That's like.
Do you reckon they'd be quite? Do you reckon they'd have a IP then? Aye.
I think it would be quite hippity hopped. Aye.
Hippity hoppity.
Hip hop.
Whereas the likes of your. Who else you got? I'm trying to think who'd have a sour. Who'd have a sour beer?
Slipknot.
That's true. Yeah, I like it. You hear it, don't you?
Well, that's it. Top bands 2019. Let me see who got it. Pops up here. The Backstreet Boys. Fucking hell.
So did you just type in top bands of 2019? The Backstreet Boys have popped up.
Since 1993, the Backstreet Boys have been one of the popular bands, supposedly. Anyway.
Does that beer come a razor blade as well?
Nah, pretty much. What about the Foos? The Foo Fighters. They would have a decent beer, I think.
I think that'd be just a proper lager, though, wouldn't it?
It would be proper, like Big Dave Grohl, like.
Kenny's 50, by the way.
I know. I read that the other day. Badass.
50. Everybody, when I was at school, everybody just think my dad looked like them.
Really?
Apparently so.
Johnny boy. He does not. John, if you're listening, you're far better looking.
He will listen. He's the only one that listens all the way through.
Well, fair play him. But
None else today driving that lorry. Who else?
So,
just
Arctic Monkeys, Churches.
No, Arctic Monkeys. They can fuck off. Churches. No, Churches would be a proper. Churches would be a very.
That'd be a cider.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It would be a flavoured cider. Oh no! Do you not think a cider would be for Mumford and Sons though? I think they'd be a cider.
I think so. Wesley.
No, they're a cider. Mumford and Sons are a cider, mate. Telling you. Churches would be a very complex, mysterious number you couldn't quite put your finger on what you're tasting.
That'd be decent then.
Aye.
Right, so if the Churches are listening, hook us up with a funky beer.
Aye. Well, that's... What's the chances of that, mate?
Well, if someone that knows the Churches that is listening, then tell them to get in touch and we'll discuss making a beer. How about
that? Wishful thinking, but I like your thinking anyway. Okay. I do indeed, mate. I do indeed. I need to think of somebody else. I had somebody in my head and I've lost it. Completely lost it. There needs to be somebody. So obviously, big. What's his face? Conor McGregor's got his whiskey.
Notorious.
What's it called again?
Something 13, is it no? Proper 13.
Proper 13.
Proper
13. That's exactly what it's called. Exactly what it's called.
On a totally side note of that, I watched his documentary the other day. It's actually pretty badass.
Is it any good?
It totally takes you behind the scenes and that, and like just when he was kind of grown up and fighting, and then he's kind of rise through the UFC, and it took you through the bit getting beat off Diaz and then coming back and fighting the second fight, and that it was cool. Like his discipline and that, just for fighting, you see him cutting weight and stuff, and you're just thinking, my God.
Shit. Ed Sheeran, what would Ed Sheeran be?
That's
a strawberry cider or something, isn't it?
Aye, possibly. It could be a wee mango beer, eh? If he was on beer, it could be a wee mango number.
It's a pure difference. I didn't think.
That'll be a ginger beer. That's what you would go for. You would do a wee ginger beer.
It would be a ginger beer.
It would
be a ginger beer. That's fucking brilliant. That's how we switch at the official charts, which is full of shite nowadays. Which it's all the friggin' same. There's a guy like George Ezra. He would be. Nah, I think he's still an IP kind of dude. I need somebody a wee bit left. Wow, a Meek Mill. There you go.
Meek Mill. He's on Hennessy or something, mate.
Hennessy kind of dude, isn't he?
He's definitely on the Ciroc vodka or something.
Calvin Harris, he's in the Tenants. He's on the Tenants, the big man.
The big tinny of tea.
And what's he looking at half these songs? I have no idea who half these folk are.
Nah, I bet.
You know what that just shows? You're getting old. Mate.
Old.
You're just getting fucking old, fuck old. Aye.
It'd be quite funny if anybody, if you're listening and you think if anyone, it'd be funny because the Foo Fighters, Ed Sheeran, somebody like that, they'll probably have their own beer or they'll have their own drink, and we'll be sitting here talking a load of bollocks as usual.
Ed Sheeran is probably Iron Brown vodka.
No, he's ginger beer, mate. He's like what were the old alcoholic grouse numbers or whatever you used to get? The grouse ginger beer. He's definitely one of them. It would be called the Ginger Ninja.
Ginger Ninja.
Ginger beer alcohol.
Well, what I've not done this podcast yet is tell you what I'm drinking, which is my new favourite, as I've mentioned before, Hop House 13, a lager from the Guinness. Good by the guys at Guinness. Top notch lager beer. Absolutely love it.
That's nice.
A good mouth feel. Check me out. Mouth feel. I'm getting all the lingo sorted, by the way. See by the end of this year, lingoed out my nut.
So when we're going to the next beer festival, you'll be able to actually talk to these boys.
I'll be telling the folk what their mouth feel is. And if they didn't like my mouth feel, they get a slap and they'll feel my fucking left horn. Which my left hand isn't very good, so anyway. Aye, so I'm not gonna lie, I've got nothing much else written down in my wee book here, mate. Unless you want to fire in some other subjects that have came to mind.
The only thing that I found on the the intense amount of research that I've obviously done before this podcast was beer trends for this year. So last year, supposedly the beer trend was IPA.
I found that.
So IPA was about 2018 was all about the IPA, and 2019 is supposedly the lager lover's dream again. So it's going to be about craft lager.
Do you think though, what's going to happen is obviously the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, craft beer has skyrocketed and obviously it's in pretty much every single supermarket now. It's everywhere you go. It's in the petrol stations. It's in the wee corner shops nowadays. Do you know, feel what's going to happen with? Because everyone's trying to find that something different.
Yeah.
And my feeling is, in the next few years, it's going to be the same with like fashion and all that shite. We're going to end up going back and looking at the retro stuff. I say retro as in stuff we were drinking like 2 years ago. Peshwa and all that crap. And then we're going to end up just going a cycle. And folk are going to want what we've had before. My thing for this year definitely is that people are going to want more non-alcoholic beer. The reason being, hold on, I know. So you've got all these health warnings everywhere on the TV, left, right and centre. It's everywhere you go. You listen to it, you hear it, absolutely everywhere. You've got these health warnings, and then you're getting a crackdown on drink driving, which is fair play. Absolute fair play. Drink driving, do not condone it at all.
No.
Do not condone drink driving whatsoever. So, if you're sitting if you're the designated driver and you're out with your mates, you don't want to sit there and have cola all night because you end up gassing and it's just a nightmare. So, I think I could be completely wrong, and I usually am. I reckon this year is the year of non-alcoholic beer. There's going to be more non-alcoholic beverage, or low alcohol at least anyway. And I reckon you're going to see a lot more of them, because I think there's going to be a demand, not by people actually wanting it, but just by the fact of those two things, like I said, health and obviously drink driving, etc.
Okay. I can see that. And to be honest with you, there is more. Like back in the day, it was Beck's Blue. That was it. Beck's Blue. But now you've got there's tons. Everybody's got alcohol free now. I was thinking about the Vagabond or whatever you call it.
Aye, but it's finding one, because obviously now everyone's into craft beer, so you're into a tasty beer. Like now, I like this Hot Price 13 compared to what I used to drink, Foster's and Tennant's. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like nothing, tastes like shit. But I still like it. But now I'm liking a tasty beer with a taste, and so folk are the same. Like Beck's Blue if you're honest, didn't really have much to taste. It's doing that line of Peshwa.
Yeah.
So if folk are going to now want something that tastes like a craft beer, tastes like a IPA, but is low in alcohol, or alcohol free, and you've got all these gluten free beers and everything now. Like the world's going mental, gluten free, vegan free, your Moz free.
Everybody's free.
Everybody, exactly. It's went crazy. So my theory is this will be the year of non or alcohol free beers or low alcohol beers. That's my theory. I'll listen to this.
To be honest,
I'll be completely fucking wrong.
To be honest with you, it's not a bad shout when you think about it. It's quite, as you say, it's an area that probably needs. It's definitely a growth area. There's plenty. If someone could come up with a tasty alcohol-free beer, there's a market for it. Like you say,
right.
but still, like we like the alcohol, don't we? So
we do. But the amount of times that I've been out and I've been told that it's my turn to drive. And then you're sitting there with a can of cola.
So you pay for a taxi home to everybody?
I know, but a taxi costs 30 quid, 20 quid. That's 20 quid you can spend on
non-alcoholic beer.
Okay, fair enough. You win, alright? Okay. You're right. Shut up. But
indeed.
I reckon there's a market for it. Not that I'm going to make me in. Although in saying that, I did get my own home brewing kit for my Christmas.
Alright, okay. Is it beer? Is it like lager? Is it ale?
A Pilsner.
Ooh. Alright, cool.
A Pilsner. A wee... At a Wilco.
Alright, nice.
At a Wilco. I just need to get a bucket. A fermenting bucket. I can use any bucket, but I want to get the right gear.
Do it properly.
I want to have all the gear and have no idea, basically. I was trying to think of... I could obviously follow the instructions.
Of course you can.
Where would be the fun and follow the instructions? So I've been trying to rack my brain since I got it of what I could add to the Pilsner, to give it something else. Just for the sake of it. But it's a tin. It's probably, you know how in the supermarkets you get these like super large dog food, and it's a super sized can basically. It's just massive.
All right, okay.
Take a tin of beans and just double it in width as well, kind of thing. So that's the size of the jobby, and I forgot where I was going with it. Oh, that's what it was, and it does you for 40. It does 40 bottles of beer.
Oh wow, that's pretty
40
decent.
bottles of beer. And I think it was only like 16 quid.
Aye, still, who knows what it'll taste like though.
40 bottles of beer. Don't get me wrong, I don't know how I'm going to bottle the fuckers, and I'll get to that when I come across. I will take videos and I will document it, and I'll put it on something. It'll be on everywhere anyway. Yeah. I'll whack on there when I start doing it, when I get my fermenting box or bucket, whatever they want to call it. But no, I'll put it on Twitter as well, just if anyone's got any ideas of what's good to add, because I have not got the clue. Not gonna lie, and if you've got any ideas, that'd be good, because I don't know why I just take a Pilsner. I want it to be Gav's Pilsner.
Gav's Pilsner.
I will come up with a better idea, but a better name, sorry. But Gav's Pilsner with a hint of.
Alright, okay. So you're not gonna just call it like that's what I'm saying. That's the first thing that comes to your head. Gav's Pilsner. It's like the Nip Pod all over again.
Yeah, but that's shit.
Nip Pod. To be honest with you, I'm just having a peek, because I did have one. It was like an ale, like I had mentioned to you, but it was like, I think it was out of date about a year and a half ago, and I debated it. Like it was like it was just a big bag that you added water to and left it for like 6 weeks, and then it had like a tap on it, and you just poured. Aye, something like that.
This one I've got 16 days.
Yeah, well, that was some badass. It's like brew in a bag. Like, let's be honest.
Brew in a bag.
I know. So it's like.
But all those things, those brewing kits and stuff, we've mentioned them before on either the last podcast or the podcast for Beer Hawk. I know they've got a lot of them on there. As I mentioned, the one that I got for my Christmas is out of Wilco, and you can get all the gear out of there. I just need to get Mars up there and get a bucket and start it.
Well, that could be interesting. That's definitely a podcast or a documentary.
Yes.
The beer fridge.
I will document every second, not every second, every moment I'm at it anyway. Because I guarantee it will taste like shit.
Probably, for sure.
I will genuinely fuck it up. So even if I do read the instructions, I will still manage to fuck it up.
Let's be honest, you're buying like 40 bottles of beer for $16 that you're having to make yourself.
Yeah, by the way, if I do it and it's fucking half decent, I won't be buying bottles of beer ever again.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
40 bottles of beer for 16 quid? See you later, Tesco, Co-op, Asda. Making my aim.
Oh my god, then you'll just start brewing your own gin in the bathtub or something.
I'm going to have a wee shop at the corner.
At the back, aye.
Yeah.
Just get it in the back of Gav's Brew, aye. Selling it out your van.
Aye. Defo.
Cool, man. There we go. That's something that we can... That's a 2019 something to look forward to, put it that way.
Look forward to having used
it. It may be funny. It's going to be funny for us watching you absolutely fuck up a Pilsner, but...
You know what my fear is? Because I know what it's going to half look like when it's in the bucket, and after 16 odd days, I know it's just going to have this top layer of foam. And I'm like, okay, how did I get that? How did I get the actual good stuff in a fucking bucket? I can just see me lifting the bucket and just chugging the bucket.
Oh, come on, there'll be some on like... yeah, they were talking about the old Google earlier. Like, you'll be able to Google it, no bother.
I'll figure a way. There's a will, there's a way, and if I need to chug it out the bucket, I'll chug it out the bucket.
Just put a straw in it, man.
I know. I did get another beer set thing for my Christmas. Can't remember what beer it was. I meant to put it on Untapped, completely forgot, and I put the bottle in the bin.
Ah, poor.
Oh, my bad. But I did get a nice glass though.
Alright, that's alright then.
Got a nice glass. Did you get any beverages for your Christmas or anything beverage-wise?
Not as much as I said the same to you before. Not as much as I was kind of hoping for, considering we've got a beer podcast.
You'd think your own family would fucking listen to it, didn't you?
Listen to it. Nah. I got some Brewdog stuff, which is always handy. Elvis juice and
Awesome. That's the meme and sarcastic James popular.
I like Elvis juice, to be fair. It's tasty. Punk IPA, the usual. And then I've got like an ale box. It's in the fridge, to be fair. And whoever.
Hold on, whoa. Right, I'm no ale expert. Ale should not be in the fridge.
Mate, that's the only way I'm going to be able to drink it, let's be honest.
Fair play, carry on.
So, let's be honest, it's one of the, that way where you're like, oh, present. It's definitely beer. And you open it up and it's like, ale.
Right.
Like, and I was just like, all right, thanks. That brilliant present, cheers.
That's getting used as a Tombola prize, thank you.
Like, it's in my fridge, and it will get added to Untapped when I finally decide to pick it out. But
that gets picked out when you have no beer left.
Nah, mate, that's what you pick out when you know you're going to have 4 or 5 beers, right? You have 2 good beers, 2 guffers, and then you finish with a decent beer again.
Yeah, fair plan. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Shares.
It's not one that you just open thinking, I'm going to have 1 or 2 beers tonight. You don't risk that, because let's be honest, they might taste alright, however, they might be guff.
I've only had, the last time I had an ale was when I was in Edinburgh with McGill, and it was a coffee tasting ale, and I took a sip of it. I nearly spewed in his glass a little bit. I was like, nope.
No. I've got a wee bit more of a sophisticated palate than you, put it that way.
Fuck you.
Yeah. But again, we'll give them a try and we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, I'm not overly hopeful.
Oh my fucking arse.
Well, I am a little bit.
Fuck off.
I am Mr. fucking Tennant's and Foster's boy. You have expanded since that a little bit, but
I have
still.
expanded. I have expanded the rim.
Taste it. You've definitely expanded your rim when it comes to beer, etc. So
that is a route we're not going down yet.
That's a 100% inside joke that will remain inside.
That's just not going any further than that, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
That's too funny. Unless you've got anything else to add, Squire.
I think I'm all good just now, thank you all.
Roger Dodger. As we said at the start, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, follow, share, please, thank you. And head over to Untapped app as well. You can follow Beerfridge Podcast. You can follow, I can't even remember what I'm called. I think it's Beerfridge Gav or something. Well, you don't really care about me. Doesn't matter. Patreon as well. Patreon.com/Beerfridge Podcast.
Beerfridge Podcast.
When you type it in, you need to sing it. And there's ways there you can support the podcast. YouTube as well, Beerfridge Podcast, subscribe and hit that notification bell, ding dong, when you'll get notified when there's a new video, which is where I'm probably going to put most of my home brewing experiences up, or home brewing tragedies, which is more likely to be. That'll all be over there, and head over to the Beerfridge Network. .co.uk.
Yes.
Head over to there.
No, .com. Come on.
.com. See, I said this to fucking. See, I had this argument with fucking Miguel the last time, And I said .com and he said no, it's .co.uk. So I was fucking right.
Beerfridgenetwork.com.
Fucking prick. Beerfridgenetwork.com. I knew I was bloody right. Head over there. Platform for everyone to join in. If you've got a podcast, if you've got a blog, if you've got a vlog, if you just want to share your thoughts with the world and whatever you're doing, whether it be Knitpod, Podnet, excuse me. Feel free to join if you've got your own club of tiddlywinks or you collect trains. We would like to hear from you.
We'll happily make fun of you.
No. Everyone is welcome.
Everyone is welcome.
No, do not discriminate. Jesus, we're in 2019. Jesus Christ.
Indeed.
Message us via all those social media platforms, or you can send us a message on the email beerfridgepodcast@gmail.com. And we will get back to you pretty much within, I would say, a good 15 hours.
Wow.
That's a fair decent timeline, 15 hours, Jesus Christ.
I can get on board with that.
That's better than you get from like Sky or Asda.
You give us a shout on Instagram, I'll get back to you like ASAP. Put it that way.
To be fair, if you message us, we'll get back to you pretty much straight away. And yeah, we want to get you guys involved. We want to get as many creators, like I said, involved in the Beer Fridge Network. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see a Beer Fridge Network logo right about there, and there'll probably be other shit flying about. When I get crazy with the editing tools, booyah!
Quite right.
Booyah! But as always, thoroughly appreciate you guys listening. As always, like I said, over 1,800 listens, views we have had of the podcast. We've only been doing this for the last kind of 4-ish months or whatever, however long it is.
Yeah.
And we are very, very appreciative. We know we've had a fairly long break between podcasts, so I want to say apologies, but to be fair, you have been loyal between that time, so thank you for that. To the Twitter followers, thank you, over 100 over there, thank you very much. Instagram followers, thank you for that. Big Marcus Hobbs is in charge of that, and if you follow stuff, he'll give you a big shout out thing on Instagram.
Indeed.
Feel free to message him, he'll message you pretty much straight back on that as well. Same with Facebook as well. We appreciate all the effort that you guys put into listening, liking and following and sharing, and hopefully 2019 will be our year. Not that 2018 wasn't.
Yeah, that's where it started, mate. 2018 is where it started.
It was just the start, and
Indeed.
I feel as though we're touching the tip of the iceberg of what this podcast is capable of, and hopefully next year we'll be flying high.
Indeed.
And we look forward to doing it with you guys as well. But until next time, we'll see you soon. Cheery bye. Thanks for listening. Adios.
Taddies.